Western nations debate energy policy back and forth, China just hit a record $20 billion in clean tech or green tech exports in a single month, August of this year. $20 billion of solar panels and wind turbines that they've sold to other countries, while Trump is calling renewable energy focused spending in America the Green New Scam. It's a real difference in policy between these great powers. And obviously, Trump wants to drill, baby, drill for oil. That's his main focus in this space. Now, geopolitically, the trajectories of these two great powers when it comes to clean tech is a stark difference. America currently has an administration full of officials that some of them deny climate change is even a thing, right? So we don't need to focus on clean technology. Let's just get the coal and the oil out the ground, right? And while that's happening, China is quietly leveling up, has leveled up. Here's what's actually happening on the ground in East Asia. China now produces 60% of the world's wind turbines. You know, those giant things that Trump calls windmills. Yeah, those ones. And China produces 80% of solar panels worldwide. I'm sorry, so what? 80%? If you're wondering what these are, this is to keep my glasses from sliding off my face. 80% of solar panels worldwide made in China. What? That's obscene. Anyway, with mass production of solar panels, technology, not necessarily, but has advanced. They're driving solar panel costs down as expertise and efficiency of scale kick in. And they've kicked in as China has been doing this for years. Low-key, they've been on it like a car bonnet, on it like white on rice, on it like me and my family members from South Asia on a good deal. They're driving solar panel costs down to the point where, comparing now to 2010, China's solar panels cost 1/10 what they would cost, a comparable solar panel would cost in 2010. Do you know what that means? It means if you could buy a solar panel in 2010, now you can buy with the same money 10 solar panels. Bruv, we've heard of good deals. And we've heard that people from my country, people from China maybe stereotypically love good deals. Well, they've made some good deals. Okay, anyway, that's sort of tapered out. It's fizzled out. Let's carry on. These are not incremental improvements. They're huge leaps forward in clean tech that are fundamentally changing what's economically viable for China and other countries, considering these new technologies to power their nations. The really interesting part is how the technology is flowing, where it's going. Over half the growth in China's EV, electric vehicle exports, for example, from this year alone, went to countries outside of the advanced economies of the Western world. Indonesia, for example, just became the 9th largest EV market globally. It's so big out there in Indo. Because Trump renames countries. That was a joke poking fun of that. Maybe Azerbaijan wants some Chinese EVs. I don't know. Now, African countries not missing out either. African countries saw solar exports from China into their countries jump 60% in just a single year. That's fat growth, guys. Morocco, Nigeria, and even East Asian countries like Vietnam that are developing, that are yet to fully industrialize and mature. They're not waiting for permission from Washington or Brussels to electrify. Please, sir, please, can I finally get some, I don't know why they're Indian, but can I finally get some power and advanced technology? No, they're just making deals with China. They're just cutting deals, not wasting time. They're leapfrogging entire generations of infrastructure because the economics of it finally work. They're cutting corners because it makes sense. You can do it. You can get away with it, right? They're not going through the linear industrialization stages of Victorian era Europe. It's like, oh, we can just get these new technologies that allow us to bypass steps 2, 3, and 4, go straight to step 5. It's becoming viable for these countries to industrialize in a new way altogether, powered by clean tech, led by China. Chinese clean tech exports in 2024 alone are forecast to cut global emissions by 1% annually. Now, that is a shocking number. If 1% sounds like nothing to you, think 1% of all the emissions produced by humanity as a race. Cut that by 1%. Just by 1 year's worth of Chinese Cleantech exports. That's Australia's entire carbon footprint wiped out. Just to compare. It's not that Australia's actual carbon footprint will be wiped out. Now I'm thinking of kangaroo footprints. What kind of foot size and outline does a kangaroo foot leave? Anyway, sorry. This is just how my brain works. I don't know what's wrong with me. Now, while developed economies grapple with where the money should be spent on crumbling welfare systems or to rebuild the militaries because we've relied on America for too long, that's Western Europe's problem. Or do we decide, let's decide whether climate change exists or not, or is clean tech a scam, or how much oil, where should we get the oil from? Is it worth, polluting our communities' waters, Flint, Michigan, to make sure that the wealthy companies can keep drilling for oil, keep fracking? That's the American problem. While all that is going on in the advanced West, a new energy system is being built in the emerging markets of the global South, and China is powering it. And it's not about taking the L to save the environment. No, China and the countries adopting clean tech benefit. It makes economic and business sense. It's profitable, bruv. It's not like, oh, we'll sacrifice our economy on the altar of, a COP20 whatever, or the Paris climate accords to meet those targets. It's none of that. They're profiting. It makes sense economically. It's viable. It's not like we're not taking a hit from it, which is crazy. Solar, wind, hydroelectric mainly, but solar, wind mainly. Now, the transition from fossil fuels, it has to be said, is no longer coming to East Asia or the global South. It's already there, and it's happening right now. And the global South bloc, led by BRICS, is fully embracing it in a way the Western powers really cannot be said to be doing the same. And as with so much, all of it is made in China. For the unbiased news and analysis without the Western spin, I'm Mahfouz, and I'll see you on the next one.